Here we are on the battlefield for the Battle of New Orleans, War of 1812. What we're looking at is probably one of the most decisive features in that battle. What am I talking about? Specifically these large cannons. And I know what you're thinking. That's not very big. It's not. You're right. But they're a heck of a lot better than a musket. Don't know if you've ever thought about it, but a musket, here's what you basically do, guys. You grab your bullet. You put it into the musket. You then have to do this and prime it and put it all together, and that takes you 30 seconds. And then you pull up the musket, you fire one shot, and then you gotta do it all over again. You can probably say why this is more of a decisive factor, because this cannon, okay, yeah, you still gotta do the same thing. You gotta put in the little bomb thing, you gotta cannonball, you gotta do this, you gotta do it, but that's gonna cause a lot more damage than my tiny little musket that can't even fire correctly. So the Americans had lots of larger guns like this, and actually we lose several of them in this battle, but it doesn't matter because ultimately we're firing these at the British, and half of all British casualties come from these weapons. That's a lot because, you know, the Americans, they only end up losing approximately 60 people. The British end up losing, in terms of casualties, and we're talking injured and deaths, almost 2,000. It was crazy imbalance there, okay? Why did the British not have cannons? Well, because they're coming from the Mississippi River. They're having to come inland, whereas we had time to sit here, build up our little trenches right here, bring in, you know, roll in these cannons, and then set us all up, and as you can see behind me, here's the battlefield. As soon as the British land, all we have to sit there and do is go boom, boom. Very decisive. So, how was the Battle of New Orleans won? Couple things. Once again, we had pirates that were taking care of the Navy issue. We also had a whole bunch of volunteers that were here, and at the end of the day, this is why we won.